Okay, 4K, 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 guys. If you don't put this in 4K, press stop. Just okay, press pause, get email and everything. But that's to be 4K, guys. This is 2020 now. I'm done with it. 2019. This is 2020 now. You need to put this in 4K because we're rolling in 4K. That's how we are now evolving. New. Barcelona are at a crossroads. This is a very pivotal and crucial point in Barcelona's trajectory right now. Messi will not always be in Barcelona full on. The fallout of that loss to Liverpool has been major. Was Valverde the reason for this? Was Messi carrying too much? Was Piqué the reason? Are people being overlaid to reliant on Piqué? Because let's be real on Piqué. I think the dude's a brick right now. I think he's a bona fide brick. I think he's going to be buried till he retires. You know, his peak is way past him. Okay, we don't know about Coutinho. What do you know about your boy the Cannibal? And we'll get to the Us. But I think the main thing I wanted to really point to here was this. This is now key. Now this is very key. Apparently, Messi has made an ultimatum that he will not sign a new contract until they get Neymar. And Barcelona are all in for getting Neymar, which is why I've been saying on my live shows that the stupidity of Barcelona trying to play games and not putting out a proper deal for Neymar is stupid. Because Barcelona could run into a delict situation yet again. Because they could run into the same situation where, oh my gosh, we've tried to be clever, not putting in a proper deal. Juventus or come out from nowhere, Bayern come out from nowhere, and they put out a crazy deal, give the money, and they get Neymar. If Barcelona don't get Neymar this summer, I fear that they will never touch that Champions League trophy ever again. Because I think Messi himself knows that I am really pushing myself physically here. Physically and emotionally, I'm pushing myself here. Which is why there is such a strong argument for him to win the Ballon d'Or. I still say that you should give it to Van Dijk. But there's a great case for Messi because what this guy did as an individual of a grossly underperforming team is incredible. Because Messi scored all those goals, did everything in attack without a striker because the Cannibal was useless. He gave you one CL goal, a total flop in a Coutinho, and Us who was injured here and there, and a defense led by a brick in Piqué, and also having to deal with the injury of your boy Umtiti, and you know your boy Sergio Busquets is getting older and he's getting slower. So Messi was pretty much carrying this team by himself. And I think Messi has said to himself that, you know what, I can't do that again. I can't do that again. You have to give me support. We have to have a realistic strategy of trying to win this Champions League crown. Because I think Messi, he wants to win the Champions League crown. Of course, he'd like to continue stacking up with the La Liga crown and really pimping Real Madrid. But I do feel that he definitely wants that Champions League crown. And I think what that Liverpool game showed, it showed that you need to come with a team and a strategy. Because, look, I thought Barca were going to do it. Like, I was about to put out a video and say, you know what, I've got to rethink Messi and his husband status. Because if Barcelona had won that Champions League and Messi literally had led them to Champions League victory, it would be one of the most ridiculous individual seasons we've ever seen. As far as an individual effort, it would be one of the most ridiculous individual efforts we've ever seen if Messi had led them to victory. But it didn't happen because, again, you have to be realistic. And I think Liverpool are a team. And even if Liverpool went there in that first leg, that second leg, everybody knew how strong they were at Anfield, and Liverpool, they knew what they had to do to beat them. But Liverpool have a team, they have a structure, they have a foundation. Barcelona do not have a foundation. And I think in Valverde, Piqué is done. He's finished. Piqué is finished. He is done. Sergio Busquets is going the way of Xavi and Iniesta. That spine and that core is breaking up. They're getting older. And I think there will come a time where Sergio Busquets, he has to move on. He can no longer read the game or have the mobility or the swiftness or the physical attributes to be able to, for 19 minutes, be able to be that anchor in midfield for Barcelona. So the question now is, you bring in Neymar right now. If Neymar comes in, look, this is the reality here. If Neymar can give you a fully fit season, I think Barcelona may become a threat. I would say that I still wouldn't put them as favorites to win the Champions League, but I said they'll definitely be one of the strongest threats. I'm still looking at Juventus, seeing who Liverpool buy, and Man City. So Man City, Liverpool, and Juventus for me are the three main Champions League threats. With regards to PSG, Real Madrid, and everyone else, they have not yet given me a good reason for me to put them in that category. Barcelona are not in that category because there will come a time when Messi just can't do it anymore. Because I keep saying that this is the year that Messi declines. I keep saying it. I keep saying that this is the year that this crazy dude that has been consistent for this flipping hobby, this Argentine hobby squad has been doing this for near a decade. It's ridiculous because, again, let's just put the whole GOAT discussion to one side. He is the most consistent for football player of all time. As far as high-level, consistent performance, there's never been anyone like this dude. Dribbling, playmaking, passing, creating, goal scoring. It's stupid. But I think the mistake that Barcelona made is that they are taking it for granted. They're like, my gosh, this guy can do everything. So it's cool. But it's like, Messi's like, wait a minute. I am busting my balls here based on how others are underperforming. But I don't want to just bust my balls and not win that Champions League. We've got this La Liga on lock. We haven't won that flipping thing since 2015. So going into next year, we've not have won this thing for 5 years. So the key thing is Neymar. But I think beyond Neymar, Piqué has to be replaced. That's why missing out on De Ligt was huge. They have to start looking at the replacements for Sergio Busquets. They have to replace Cannibal. The Cannibal, I think he's done. I think he has passed his peak. And I think if you don't remember, Messi had Henry and Eto'o in that 09. Messi had flipping David Villa and Pedro in 2011. Messi had a peak Cannibal who was the best striker in the world at the time. In 2015, he was the best striker at the time, and he had your boy Neymar. So if Neymar comes in, that's great. But you need the striker. You need the striker. Because if you're saying that it's a Griezmann, Neymar, Messi front three, that's too small. And in that front three, there isn't an out-and-out striker. David Villa was an out-and-out striker. Cannibal was an out-and-out striker. Eto'o was an out-and-out striker. Without an out-and-out striker, I'm sorry, you can't dance. You can't dance. So yeah, man, I believe Neymar will go to Barcelona. I believe that's going to happen. But I think even if Neymar goes to Barcelona, there is a bigger picture that Barcelona have to look towards, because you're going up against a reformed Real Madrid. PSG are going to be they're going to look new. PSG are going to look new because PSG are not just going to let go of Neymar and just not to restructure. So who knows what PSG are going to look like. We know how strong Liverpool are, and who knows who they're going to buy. Juventus look crazy right now. Juventus look flipping insane right now. And I don't think they're done. I don't think Juventus are done. So Barcelona, if you don't get your act together as a whole, you're not touching that trophy. You're not touching that trophy, and Messi wants that trophy. The way I see that Messi is retiring at Barcelona, I thought he would spend his last few years at Newell's Old Boys, but the way things are going, I think if they do get Neymar, I think Messi will end up retiring at Barcelona. I just think that his affinity to the club and his mixed relationship with Argentina means that I think he's probably going to be like, no. I think he's probably going to be like, you know what, let me take a step back from there. But put it all that to one side, man. Yeah, man. Look, this is a crucial time. And see, the thing with Valverde is this. My only issue with Valverde is this. I think that people have been unduly harsh to him. He was partly to blame for that Liverpool exit. He was partly to blame because he should have had a better attacking plan at Anfield for them to at least get an away goal. But I think that my issue I take for Valverde is when it comes to the Us. Valverde is not a coach he doesn't improve players. He's a good tactician. I think he's good with employing match tactics. He isn't a good coach. He can't. He's not a Pep Guardiola or a Klopp. See, Guardiola, Klopp, Ferguson, these guys improve players. They make players better. Valverde doesn't do that. I think Valverde has come in to a team that's already set and is there just to bring in match management to get them to win matches. So when you look at a guy like the Us needs a coach. He needs improvement. If I was the Us, I believe that his best bet is to go to either Man City or Liverpool. But if it's me, and I'm looking at the Us, I think either PSG or Liverpool would be the best bet. Because at PSG, you've got Tuchel. Now, I think he played under Tuchel. I think he played for 1 season under Tuchel. But still, with Tuchel, I think Tuchel will appreciate what the Us is. And I think Tuchel will help improve the Us. And I think the football that Tuchel plays and his philosophy will coincide with the kind of footballer that the Us is, where he will be allowed to express himself. And he will never be able to express himself at PSG. And Us, Mbappe, and Cavani. But then, if Us goes to Liverpool, I would say he can deputize for either Mane or Salah. But the key main thing is that Klopp will respect and understand what the Us is about. He will he will be able to improve and refine him, because that's all he needs. People that say he's overrated, is not that good, I don't think you understand where I'm coming from. He's not the finished article. He's young. All he needs is refinement. And once this guy is refined, we could have a world-class player. Your boy Half Hopes Hot, the YouTube channel, is out. TV reviews, movie reviews, anime reviews, comic book reviews, and all that good entertainment stuff and some extras. It's out there. So click in the description box below for the link to the YouTube channel to subscribe, or just click over here to head to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the Half Hopes Hot.